Hey you, it's Tony for emodels.co.uk. Welcome back to the Terminator build. I'm not even going to try and figure out which episode it is, to be honest. I've lost track completely. Yeah, work's still being a bit of no, don't say the naughty word that I want to say. Anyway, so, enough of that nonsense. It's going to be a quick and nasty one this week. This episode even. Cast your minds back a few episodes when we bought online some of these lovely Revel paints. Now, yeah, I got a little bit of stick in the comments for, why did you choose these instead of these things? For me, it's a question of economics. I can actually get two of those for roughly the same kind of price. I can get one of these, or just bear with me, no, stop it, or one of these ones. So for me, it's an economical type of thing. I don't have a great deal of disposable income, so if I can get a 2 for 1 or thereabouts, I'm going to go for that. Later on in that episode, I actually shown that these things do the exact same job as the Panzer Aces paints that I was using at the time on the base coating of the wall that we were doing. It does the exact same job. It's cheap, it's nasty, I just want to throw it down quickly. That's why I chose the Revel paints. Now, these are actually quite easy to clean up as well. I've just had a quick play off camera just to make sure I'm getting the right shades of metal. Doesn't quite show up on there. We've got steel, aluminium and silver. So what we're going to be doing is working through the shades, building up in the tabletop gaming style. In terms of cleanup, they're actually quite better than some of the paints I've used in the past. If I use Tamiya paints, I'm forever rinsing out, and I've still got metal flecks on the brush. That's just done 3 shades of silver, or a silver from Revel, and it's completely clean. I've just literally just run it through in water. Brilliant for a quick and nasty job like this. That's basically all this is. It's quick and nasty. So it doesn't need to be entirely scientific or anything like that. But yeah, economically, it's better for me to get these than it is to, buy the proper stuff at the moment. And they work just as fine. They work just as fine. That's what I'm about to prove. So, let's give that a good old shake. It's a good old shake of camera anyway, and a good stir. And just reactivate everything. Gorgeous colour. And the pigmentation in it as well is really, really, really fine. I don't know if you can make that out. There's no big shiny bits like you would get with a Tamiya metallic. It's lovely. So I'm just going to... I'm going to have to find my palette. I'm using bits of plastic and everything, it's rubbish. So I'm going to go straight from the pot again with this. I'm literally just going to cover everything on the figure. I'm just going to use the standing up figure on his own. And if I can, I'm going to leave some of the recessed grooves on his head. As you can see that. So it's like an overlaying technique. So we're going to leave some shadows, but we're going to get this absolutely everywhere that we can at the same time. Yeah, we've still got the same post lady as well that we had in the video when I bought these paints. Yeah, that was a woman. Bonkers. You want to see her? Ugliest post that you've ever seen. I've seen some ugly people in my time, I'll tell you that. This post lady, oh my god. Whoops. Yeah, I haven't glued the arms in. I'm a national TV darling. I can make myself look stupid, I don't need your help. There we go. Let's get into all the crooks and nannies. I might end up having to take these hands off after all. We'll see how we go. Tell you what, let's take them off anyway. Just to be on the safe side. There we go. So working down into the legs. So there's absolutely no rocket science to this whatsoever, it's literally just throw the stuff on. The pigmentation in it is stunning, it really is. I'll tell you what, their kits, rightly so, do get a bit of a panning. I've built some absolute dogs from Revel, but the paints, you know, in terms of this stuff, where you're literally just throwing it on, they're right up there. I know, you're shaking your heads, you're blinking and laughing at me, but look, the pigmentation on that, it's flawless. That's almost as good as that wax we used on the first figure. The coverage is gorgeous. Here we go. So, as you can see, there's absolutely no rocket science to it whatsoever. Just literally throw it on. Throw it on, don't mess about. Get it on there. Get it over your thumb as well. Oh, I've got silver thumb. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm going to wear it like this tomorrow. They'll love it. Yeah, nice and shiny. Why not? It's Friday tomorrow. Let's have some fun. So this is one of these things that you can do literally in the space of no more than 2 hours. Does depend on your drying time. Now, I'm not going to do the bottom of his feet, simply because I'm going to be gluing him to the base eventually. So the less paint I can scrape off, the better, as far as I'm concerned. So that's the body, base coated. So, yeah, rough and nasty. Yeah, literally just throw it on. It's covered beautifully. Yeah, that's about it. The pigmentation, like I say, the pigment really is that fine. It's perfect. Oh, hang on, missed a bit. Perfect, I love it. I do like these paints. Can you tell? I'm not limited to, you know, paying big amounts of money for paint if I can do the job for half the price. Yeah, I'm not a brand guy. Never have been. I'm in focus. Go on, focus. Focus. Focus, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So if we've got any of the black paint showing in the nooks and crannies, that doesn't matter too much because we can actually use that as part of the wash process afterwards. So it's going to pick out all the shadows for us. It's not a problem. Just about make out on the forearm where I've not covered it in silver. Sorry, this is the steel. Yeah, so it's kind of acting like a pre-shade already. So that's fine. We like that. We do it like that. Okay, so that's that. And then do the last arm. And then we're going to literally leave this for, I don't know, should we say an hour? It's quite a warm day again, so it shouldn't take too long. There we go, really quick, really nasty. Throw it on. We don't have to worry too much about this. It's grand. It's grand. Right then, so pop that aside. Like I say, we'll come back in about an hour, and then what we'll do is a quick dry brushing with aluminium. Righty dokie. So we've had about an hour of drying. Right. Let's get this all sorted out and into shot. That would be super. There we go. Right. Give the aluminium a quick wake up. We need some kitchen roll type thing. I'll tell you what, let's zoom out again so we can get this in. So I'm just going to pop that top off. And hopefully you've seen dry brushing a million times now in some of the other tutorials that happen on this channel. Just literally get some paint on your brush and then take most of that paint back off again. Like so. And then it's literally just gliding across the top, so there's hardly any pressure going on. See if we can get this on. Hardly any pressure going on, so we're going right across. What this will do is it'll pick up all the lumps and bumps of the figure. These army painter brushes are absolutely superb. If you're in a position to do so, grab as many of these as you can. They're brilliant, they really are. The bristles are absolutely superb. And the clean up is really quick too with them. Is there anything on there? Hello? There we go. Yeah, it's better. Right. The shape as well really helps. You can generate that flick, and then you can spin it around and go even finer if we need to. Super. Super it is. So this aluminium is actually quite close in tone to the steel that we used an hour ago. What it'll do is it'll give us this nice little transitional blend, so it's not as obvious like we're jumping 3 stages of colour when we get to see the finished product. I told you it was quick and nasty, this one. So that's the figure. So that's the mid-tone sorted out. And just come back for the arms. Again, just dip into the pot. There we go. Dip into the pot. Load your brush. Take most of it back off again. Lovely. Put your finger in the paint. Yeah, why not? Why not? Really quick, really nasty, really easy, dead simple. Absolutely no brain work involved in this one. Just off camera, I've got one of those polystyrene blocks that I'm jabbing the bottom end of the cocktail stick into. So again, just going right across the tops. Show you square on if I can. There we go. So it's literally just grazing all the detail. Like so. Really quick, really quick. We're liking this. We're liking this. You don't need to think about this one at all. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, so another half an hour later, I'm happy enough that it's dry enough that we can do the next layer. That's another great thing about these Revel paints as well, they dry really quickly because it is pure water based. There's no alcohol, there's no transfer. You know, that's less than half an hour after we've painted and there's absolutely no transfer like you would get with the Vallejo Model Air when I've used that, or Tamiya. You know, it transfers off for about 2 days afterwards. That's dry, that's completely dry. Yeah. So we're talking no more than what, an hour and a half so far. Completely dry. We're loving that. Okay, so hopefully at the top of the frame, just here we can see that I'm using the silver now. I think, I hope. Yes, we're using silver. Alright, so just off to the side, come onto the palette again. And we'll do the usual thing of pulling and twisting. Hopefully you can see that I missed all the shine. Pull and twist your bristles to a point, which will take off most of the excess off your brush, so it's more manageable. Shift the paint out of the way before I knock it over. Whoops, too close. Focus on me. Right then. So we're going to pick out all the extreme highlights now. In the silver. So there's that one there. Just think about where the shine will be. Yeah, across all the tops. Like so. So it's kind of like we did with the non-metallic metals. You think of your light source, think where all the shines are going to be and all the bouncy bits. Yeah, certainly on the top of the dome. Okay, shot Tony, that would help. That would be super. Come across the shoulder blades. Like so. Top of the pelvis. Top of the legs. And the hip itself. Just get rid of that clip because it's in the way again. So we'll work at the top of the thigh. Into the groin pistons. Front up pelvis. Across the bridges of the foot. His rear pelvic girdle, we'll need some there. The top edges, and then all the way down that spiny bit on the vertebrae. Lovely. That should do us there. What we'll do now is we'll leave this completely overnight to dry off. We'll come back tomorrow, gloss varnish, quick wash, and then gloss varnish over the top of that again, I think. So it is quite a speedy process, this one. No messing. Quite quick and easy, we like that. So again, picking up all the high points, like we did with the non-metallic metals. Ooh, that's shiny. Whoops. Smack him in the side of the head whilst we're at it. Why not? Top of the shoulder, top of the upper arm. grab the piston, and then grab the top edge of the forearm onto the top of the fingers. Superb. Right. So we'll leave that overnight now to dry off completely, and then into the pot of water. See that, so if I spill this, we'll catch it properly. I'm about to spill it, it's me. There we go. Quick rinse and it's done. No silver pigment left in the bristles. There we go. Grip the ferrule right up to the tips of the brushes, or where the brush starts even. Dry it off. Done. Job's a good one. Now I've put my thumb in silver paint now. Ooh, I've got 3 hours 44 left on my memory card. Hopefully I won't need all that. Not on this one anyway. Right then, so happy Friday. I got told off for having a silver thumb in work. I'd forgotten all about it. I had silver left in the corners, and we're not supposed to have nail varnish and things like that in work because hospital. It's against the rules, and I got told off. I'm in a back office. I'm not even public facing. It's rules. I'll tell you what I've noticed though. Last night before I went to bed, I was brush painting some gloss varnish onto this fella. Just before I went to bed. Now if I zoom you in a little bit, I have noticed that I put one leg on the wrong way around. That leg. Wrong way around. That's what it's supposed to look like. And if I've done a C3PO on him, I'll put him back to front. Never mind. He's grand. He's grand. Right then. So what we'll do now is we'll add a wash of black. It's a black clay wash that's made by another company that's not these fellas, but if you have a look on the eModels website you will find this company here, and they do several different shades of washes. I have, let's cover that bit up, a black wash. There we go, black wash there. Like I say, it's not the right company. eModels don't sell this one. Give it a quick shake. Looking for my brush. So it's already had a good shake off camera. Just give it a last wiggle just to reactivate it all. And I'm literally going to, from the pot, helps if I show you, doesn't it? There's loads of bubbles because I've given it a really good shaking off camera. Straight from the pot and literally just whack it all over. I have to zoom in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Concentrate on me and not the grid this time, please, camera. So it's just going to nip off everywhere into all the crooks and nannies. You can already see straight away it's picked out that centre panel beautifully. So we don't need absolute gallons of this stuff. It's literally just enough to get into the crooks and nannies. As you can see. Shift these right away. So of all the techniques, this is, apart from that waxy stuff that we'll be using on the first figure, this is quite possibly the quickest technique, or one of the quickest techniques you'll use for doing these metallics. I do know I've filmed out a sequence now. I did promise you that the next episode would be the traditional version of non-metallic metals, which I've not had a chance to get around to filming yet because it is quite a lengthy process. But this one, it's literally done in a couple of hours. There we go. So it's rough and ready. Things like that. You can see there's absolutely no thought process to it whatsoever. You just whack it on, exactly as we did with the previous clips that we've seen. Where are we? There we are. Couldn't find where I was then. Stay shot, Tony, that would be lovely. So I will get back to that traditional method as soon as I can for you. I've actually begun filming it, but there's not enough to present to you as one entire episode. thus far. And no, you're not getting a sneak peek. Right then, so that's that. Whilst that was out of shot, I do apologise. So it's Friday, it's just after 6:30 in the evening, so I'm going to leave that for about half an hour to air dry, then we'll have a quick look at it. There we go, right then. So, I didn't explain previously, the gloss varnish not only helps protect the paint, but it also helps the next process, because I'm just taking a Q-tip, cotton buddy type thing, cotton swab, wherever it's called in your part of the world, just me lighting slightly, there we go. Right, so I'm just moistening that with a little bit of saliva. Yes, I know it's gross. What it'll do, this gloss varnish, it'll help now, because on the raised detail, as you can see now, I've just given that a quick rub. It's actually not let the clay wash adhere to the surface. Now if we'd have used a matte varnish or not protected it at all, just left it with the bare paint, this next part would be incredibly difficult. You could do it, you could scrub away like mad, but it won't have the effect that we're getting now with the gloss varnish. So it's literally just keep moistening your bud. Let the double entendre sit there for a while. We just keep working very gently away. And what we should find now is that it's staying behind in the recesses and coming away from all the high spots, so we get that lovely contrast. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we just keep working away, try and get down there into his belly, across his pelvic girdle, down to his thighs. And we can see now that beautiful contrast where it stayed in the recess. And of course, being Friday evening, I'm hoping you can't make it out in the background, one of my neighbours has decided to have a party and he's playing very, very loud music. I think we're in the last hurrahs of summer now, so everybody's having a go at it. There we go. So just keep working away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm quite happy with that, where that is now, so I'll pop that off to one side. Hop. We do the same with the arms. I do try and think as well at this stage, particularly with the arms, where all your bright spots will be, so you're coming down, just revealing a lot of high spots. So it doesn't matter too much if we leave that lower half in shadow. That just adds to the illusion of a light source. Look at that, it's lovely and shiny. Yep, that's Revel. I do like them paints. So again, think of light source. So come down, so the lower halves will be shadowed. really quick and easy, this technique. I do like this one. Like so. I will leave that to dry off properly for another 20 minutes so, just to be on the safe side. I'll zoom out before I forget again. Okay, right, that's dry. So we'll just do one last quick tickle with the silver. Oh, I love that. I love that effect. Come here you go. You get that like slightly lava lamp effect of metallics. I love that. And then sort of tiny little amount on the brush. And just a little bit of plastic. I've still haven't found my palette. I'll put it in one of my other boxes. And you're in the middle of building a kit. You have your little boxes with all your stuff in. I'll put it in one of those. Focus on me, not the grid. Focus on me, not the grid. Here we go. So I'm literally now just going to pick all the high spots. Again, thinking of light source. I'm just going to emphasise those highlights a little bit. Again, pull and twist the brush through the paint to a point which will knock the excess off and give you that lovely fine point that we need. That's built to find a point on it, set and stop it. So I'll just emphasise all these high spots. On there, catch that edge on here, like so. Just the tiniest highlight we're adding now. Just kind of like a mini dry brush. Focus on me there. There we go. Mini dry brush. Nothing overcomplicated. So it's literally just grazing their tops. Just bring a little shine back. Nothing major. Nothing major. There we go. Right. So repeat the process on the arms. Again, think of light source. So across the top of that shoulder there. So across the top of that part. The top edges of the hand and forearm, top edge of that piston, like so. Absolutely no brain work involved in this at all. Literally just throw it down. And there we go. Right then. So that's that. And practically that's done. We can, if we want to, in a moment, when that's dry, I'll say in a moment, I'd give that about another hour to dry off. We could go over that again with a gloss varnish just to give it that sheen effect that metallics have. But that's pretty much that technique done now. Dead quick, dead easy. If you've got the afternoon spare, you could actually do that in an entire afternoon. I don't have the entire afternoon spare 'cause work. Marvellous. Right then, so I'll just take care of that brush. That'll do it for this episode. As always, oh, I lost myself. Thank you so much for stopping by and sticking through the nonsense. More importantly, thank you so much for your patience. Still challenging in work at the moment. We've still got all the new kits bedding in, but very hopefully very soon, please, all that should be sorted out, so I should be able to get back onto a regular schedule with some luck. Listen, I've only been saying it for the last 4 months. I love working in a hospital. It's great. Right then. So, Bob Long, see my mates at emodels.co.uk. Spend some money, grab some of these paints. They're brilliant to work with, they really are. You don't need to do any thinking, it's literally acrylic. A little bit of water to thin them down if you need them, go a little bit further. Slap it on, job's done. Brilliant. Bear in mind, this is a channel for a shop. So I'm actually here to sell you products first, tutorial second. So that's why you're seeing these kind of paints, because I'm trying to sell them on eModel's behalf. Similarly with everything I use, everything can be found on the website. This is a shopping channel first. You get the tutorial as a bonus of me showing you how products work. That's how this one works. So Bob Long, spend some money with the guys, fantastic guys. If they haven't got it, you don't need it, or they're out of stock because it's popular. Yeah, join us next time. I will do the more traditional version of the non-metallic metals. Like I say, at the moment I am actually filming that as we're going along, but I don't have enough time to sit down and do it all in one sitting. It's quite a lengthy process as well. So yeah, that'll be next. I'm halfway through that one so far, so that'll hopefully not be too far behind this one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Take care and go spend. You know what to do. You know what to do.